All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off first and foremost by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, and Chafadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutations, and many blessings to those that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Nathaniel from the GMS Camp Atlanta, coming back into the spirit with another lesson. And I pray and hope this lesson is edifying. Now I'm going into how Esau Edom, how he hates you Jakes, and he displays it, and he says it, and he acts upon it. And you Jakes still want to participate, you still want to be involved, okay? You still want to suck up to this devil to try to gain his love, his admiration, okay? To be equal within his system when this devil ain't got nothing but hate for you, all right? Now I have a video here of a sheriff, Jody Green, who said on a call that he wants to fire every black person that works with him. And I would say that if this devil is on that type of mission, imagine how he treats the people, the so-called black people that he arrests, that he takes into the system. How do you think he does them? You see? But this just goes to show you that Esau does have a perpetual hatred against Jake. Now, and it's without cause. So before we get started, I'm going to start with Ezekiel 35, and I'm going to start at verse 3. And it says, "And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord, power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord." Why? Because, Mount Seir is a people before it's a place. But this place, Mount Seir, was at the dwelling area of Esau Edom. But now Esau Edom dwells in all of the four corners of the earth. Okay? So when the Lord say Mount Seir, he's speaking of the people. Okay? He's speaking of the people. Just like Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, so is Mount Seir. Mount Seir is a people before it's a place. All right? So this is the Lord talking about the Edomites and what he's going to do to them. All right, verse 4 says, "And I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had come to an end." Okay, so this devil still showing he has had a perpetual hatred, and he has shed the blood of the Israelites with the force of the sword. Now Esau wields the police force, okay, and how many brutal deaths and murders are taking place in the jail and out the jail, in the process of being arrested and in the process of and while you're in the jail system. How many Jakes die in this system brutally through the hand of Esau Edom? Okay, how many Jakes die through the food that Esau Edom creates? How many Jakes die through his hospice system and through his hospital system and through his pharmakia? How many Jakes die through that? Okay, because this is a target. The people are targeted by this devil. Okay, Israel is. You Jakes, because he has a perpetual hatred against you, and he proves it through all the things that he do, and yet you still want to go down and vote for this devil. You want to try to be evil with this, equal with this devil, and rub shoulders with him. Okay, but this devil inwardly, he hates you. Okay, and then when he gets in his private little corner, he expresses it and how he plans on killing you and destroying you, and he actually acts it out. Verse 6, it says, "Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee." Okay, so blood is pursuing Esau because Esau has not hated blood. Look at the things that he does throughout the earth. Look at the people that are just killed through the hands of Esau Edom with no consequence. Okay, and yet again, this devil does it blatantly right in front of you, and you still don't want to wake up. Okay, you have the rest of the world waking up. You have the elect of the nation of Israel waking up. The 144,000 and the rest of the elect are waking up, and yet y'all 2/3 don't want to see it. This is why you 2/3 are going to be destroyed, because this is very simple. This devil is an enemy, and he treats you as such. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this video, and I want you to listen very carefully to what this devil is saying and what this news report is saying.
Every black that I know, you need to find him and start with his name.
Of Columbus County.
That's the voice of Columbus County Sheriff Jody Green. An incredible phone call caught on tape talking about his African-American employees.
WECT just up.
We're not African, nor are we American. We're Israelites, okay? We are the nation of Israel. We're not black. There's no one in the world that is color black, that is this color down here. There's nobody that is that color, just like there's nobody that is the color of this man's shirt that is white. He's a pale-fleshed Edomite. His blood shows forth through his skin, okay? We're not African Americans, okay? We are not Mexicans. We are not Spics. We are not Tontos. We are not Indians. We are Israelites, okay? How many times we got to reiterate this? African American is not a nationality. Black is not a nationality, okay? We are not none of those.
And a copy of that call, and we have now learned the FBI has opened an investigation into allegations of obstruction of justice at the Columbus County Sheriff's Office.
Now, allegations of obstruction of justice. Now, this just shows you how Esau is just a wicked and unrighteous judge, because the proof of this man's conduct is right there in this call. He said this. That's proof enough. The only investigation, as the brother said in camp yesterday, the only investigation that needs to happen is this devil needs all of the work and everything that he's done and all of the corruption and everything that he's done, that needs to be investigated to see who has he harmed during his tenure. Okay? That needs to be found out. What hatred and racist actions has he taken against innocent Jakes that hasn't done anything? You see, this is the wicked. You know this man is wicked, but instead of calling him out for what he's done, Esau got a dampen the blow, because again, Esau, he hates you, Jakes, but also Esau protects his own. Okay? He protects his own, because behind closed doors, they all hate us. All of them. There ain't no good ones among them. Okay? Those that want to act like they don't hate us, they're doing that in the public eye so that they don't get a bad rap and fall into the same category as the ones that do hate us. But behind closed doors, they all hate us, man. The scriptures say it. It says that Mount Seir, which is a people before it's a place, has a perpetual hatred against Jake. Okay? All of them do. There's not a one, but you still want to run and try to rub shoulders with this devil. Let's listen a little bit more.
Investigative reporter Ann McAdams has this exclusive story and joins us now with that recording. Ann?
Fran, on one end of the phone is current Columbus County Sheriff Jody Green. On the other end is Jason Souls, the man who previously served as interim sheriff while officials settled a dispute over the 2018 election. We should warn you, there is some graphic language in this call. Sheriff Green says, quote, he is sick of these black bastards and that every black he knows needs to be fired.
If I had to fire every mother out, and guess what? They ain't happening. No God.
That's the voice of Columbus County Sheriff Jody Green. He won his seat by 34 votes in an election that was so highly contested, he'd been temporarily removed from office.
And look at this comment right here. I just noticed this. This is just a touch of what really goes on. It's absolutely true. And then right here, the guy said investigation of what? You got audio. Like this is a system of a hatred towards Jake. Okay.
While officials settled the election disputes, that was the setting the night Green called acting sheriff Jason Souls, saying their office had a snitch.
Immediately after being appointed to the interim sheriff, started to get a lot of phone calls from Jody late at night. And this one particular phone call that we received, he made the comment that he hated Democrats. And then he said, I take that back. I hate a black Democrat. And I knew right at the end, I was like, wow, this is coming from the sheriff. And I had to start recording those conversations.
Former Sheriff Lewis Hatcher was the first African-American ever to serve as sheriff in Columbus County. Green says on the call.
So there you go, okay? So I'm going to go to Psalms 50 and 20. It says, I'm gonna start at 19. It says, "Thou givest thy mouth to evil." You hear that? This dude is speaking an evil thing. It says, "Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit." Is this not Esau Edom? Is this not what he does? Is this not what you've just heard? But yet, Jake, you still want to rub shoulders with this devil, man. When are you going to learn, man? This dude is your enemy, and you can't trust him. And we're going to get that in the book of Ecclesiasticus, Lord willing. It says, "Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thy own mother's son." This is these so-called white people out here, man. This is what they do. Okay? This is what they do. And again, you still want to rub shoulders with them. Time and time again, this devil proves beyond the shadow of a doubt that he hates you. You know? Time and time again. But Esau Edom is your God, man. So you wanna rub shoulders with him. Okay? You don't want to turn to the Holy One of Israel. You know? But this devil is clearly telling you that he hates you, man. But y'all, Jake, still don't want to get it. Y'all want to vote in this, like he said, I hate Democrats, and then he said, no, I hate black Democrats, right? That's what he said. I hate black Democrats. But y'all, Jakes, y'all consistently vote Democrat. Why? Because y'all think voting in this system is going to give you some type of freedom? No, it's not. And we're going to get that in the scriptures too. But see, this is what the Lord has in store for Esau. Okay? This is Psalms 50 and 21. He says, "These things thou hast done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes." And that's what's happening with the elect. That's what's happening with the men that are going out to the highways and the byways doing this work in truth and sincerity. That's what's happening right now. The Lord is setting us in order right before your eyes. And it's bringing fear to y'all devils, okay? And it's going to continue to happen, and there's nothing that you can do about it. But for y'all 2/3 Jakes, unfortunately, y'all got something else coming for y'all, man. Because y'all don't want to get it, man. Okay? This man is the devil. And he proves it every single day. Let's go to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Because y'all think that going in this system and trying to vote, that somehow you're going to get some type of reprieve. Let's go to the 68th verse. It says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee." Wasn't not Jake taken off of the west coast of Africa through the transatlantic slave trade and shipped all across the world? Wasn't, and primarily here in North America, but wasn't that what happened? Right? And it says, "Thou shalt see it no more again." And that's talking about our homeland. "And there shall ye be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." Now, if we were sold on auction blocks, if our children were sold to one slave master, our wives were sold to another slave master, and the husband was sold to another slave master, we were sold. Somebody bought slaves. So this is not talking about buying you in the sense of purchasing your freedom. Okay? It's talking about redeeming you out of this situation, making it to where you're no longer serving your enemies at all. Okay? Making it to where you're no longer serving your enemies at all, that you are completely free from the bondage of Esau Edom in every way. Now, living here in America, we are not free from the bondage of Esau Edom. We still have to serve in his system. We still go to work every day. We still spend FRNs. We still eat his nasty food. We still listen to this nasty, filthy music. We still watch his internet, his TV. Okay, we still are subject to his wicked ass justice system. So you're not free. You're still slaves. And as much as you decide to go out and vote, to cast a vote, you're still in his system. How is an enemy going to, could you please get your foot off my neck? How is an enemy going to say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to let my foot off your neck. What person that will have his enemy in that position would take their foot off your neck? That doesn't make any sense if you're thinking about a warlike position. If you have a people subjugated, you want to keep them subjugated. Okay? You're not going to allow them to be equal to you. You're not going to allow that. Okay? So I'm going to grab another precept. I'm going to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus 12, and I'm going to start at verse 10. I'm going to start up a little bit. Let me get to it, see where I need to start. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus 12 and start at verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy. Okay? Didn't the Lord say we were going to be sold to our enemies for buying men and buying women? And y'all want to trust this devil? For like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Okay? So just as iron, you can't, I got cast iron pots. Okay? And let me tell you something. I got to constantly re-season these cast iron pots because they always rust on me. Okay? I always got to go in. I got to scrub off the rust, and then I got to put some oil on it, put it in the oven, let the oil seal it, take it out, put another layer of oil on it, let the oil seal it again. But eventually, even after I've done that, it starts to rust again. Okay? It starts to rust again. Once the iron starts to oxidize, it is not going to ever stop oxidizing. All right? And that's exactly what the scriptures is saying. For as iron rusts, so does his wickedness. This devil is never going to stop hating you. He's never going to stop being evil towards you. Okay? It's not going to stop. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Although he's saying, yay, we're going to help the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're going to do it. Vote for me. I love you guys. Okay? It says, take good heed of him. Because how many times have you all voted for a so-called white man president and you got exactly what you wanted? All you did was show the Lord that you didn't want him to be king over you. Okay? I think it's 1 Samuel, the 8th chapter. Okay? Where Israel rejected Yahweh as king over them. Okay? So the Lord said, okay, give him a king then. But this is what the king is going to do to you. And then when you go into that chapter and you read everything that the Lord said that the king was going to do, that's what Esau does to Jake right now. And more. Okay? It says, and thou shalt be unto him as though thou hast wiped a looking glass. You just cleaned it, right? You just cleaned the mist and the foam off of it, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. It's still that little filmness on there that brings everything back. Okay? And that's Esau Edom. No matter how many times you think this devil is going to be good, he is wicked. All right? No matter how many times. And I'm going to grab this one last precept. I'm going to go to Isaiah 30th chapter. And it says, woe to the rebellious children. Talking about Israel. The Israelites that don't want to look to the Lord. Saith the Lord, that take counsel but not of me. And that cover with the covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. You want to go everywhere except looking to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You want to go everywhere except looking to the Lord. That walk to go down into Egypt and not have asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. That's what America is, because Egypt means house of bondage. This is the house of bondage. Everybody's enslaved here, but especially you Jakes. Okay? Therefore, the strength of Pharaoh shall be your shame. Pharaoh has no strength. Babylon is weak, man. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt is your confusion. Babylon is fallen. Babylon is losing control. Okay? Now I'm going to scroll down to verse 12. It says, wherefore saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, because you don't like hearing what the Lord got to say, and trust in oppression, okay, and perverseness. So you trust in this wicked ass, oppressive ass system that we're locked into. And no matter how much the oppression is and the perverseness is revealed in front of you, you think you're going to go back to the voting booth the next election cycle and vote it out. You think this system is going to work for you, this perverted, twisted, wicked ass system ruled by wicked people. You think it's going to work for you, and has never worked since its inception. It has been nothing but a cesspool of lies, okay, and deceits the whole time. It says, and stay thereon. So wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because thou despise his word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out of a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. So when America finally crashed and America goes down, all y'all jakes that trust in this system are going to go down with it. And this system is going to fall in an instant, and it's going to fall when you least expect it, suddenly. Okay? Just like you taking your hand and you lean it on a high wall, okay, of brick, but the brick, the foundation is weak, the weight on the wall is disproportionate, okay, and at any given time this wall can fall, and you lean up against this wall and it falls, thinking that this wall is going to give you some type of support. And you lean up against it, and the wall falls, and the wall is destroyed, and you're crushed underneath the rubble. And that's exactly what's going to happen to y'all jakes, metaphorically speaking, in Babylon the Great, for trusting in this wicked ass system and believing that this devil actually cares about you, when he so animately shows you that he hates you. Okay? So with that, I'm going to end it off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, rule and teach well. Until the next time, I say shalom.